Hi there and welcome or welcome back to Scrap and Coffee. We are going to continue with the tutorial for the Vintage Traveler mini album. So in this video I am going to show you how to construct page tile number 2. Now page tile number 2 is this page. I've used it just once in the album. You can make it as much as you like. You can play around with it. It's a page with a pocket on the front, envelope pocket on the back, and that half page on the back as well. So I'm going to show you how to construct that. So again, I've prepared all my pieces. You can find the cutting guide at my website, scrapandcoffee.com. You can download it there for free. All the measurements will be on there, and you can follow me along if you cut and scored your pieces. So to start, we are going to make a base page again, and this base page is a little bit different than page tile number 1. In this case, we are going to use a piece A that we are doing nothing with it, no scoring. And we have piece I that's a little smaller than piece A and an inch longer, and we've scored on the top and the bottom of this piece. We are going to fold towards the bumpy side. Again, I'm using wet glue for the tutorial. If you use double-sided tape, place it on the dented side unless I say otherwise. So fold and burnish on your fold lines, and we are going to line it up with piece A on the right side of our piece, top to bottom, and lining it up with the right cut edge. So I'm going to place my glue on there. Lining it up at the bottom. And give that a little burnish. And that's our base page, our binding page. So I'm going to turn it around to the A side first, because that's where we are going to start. We are going to make a pocket, and let me see that I have the right piece for that. That's piece J. It's going to be a pocket on the bottom of piece A. So score lines on 3 sides. We are going to minor the corners. And again, it's going to come together pretty quick if you prepared everything. We are going to fold on our score lines again to the bumpy side. Make sure we don't overlap, and that's fine. So I'm going to place this at the bottom of our A piece. Now, just like I said in the first tutorial for page style number 1, I have used the Hidden Hinge Plus binding system in my album. So it's not a big deal that I'm going all the way to the edge. If you are using a regular binding, or you just feel more comfortable with staying away from your binding side a little bit, even if you use the Hidden Hinge Plus binding system, then you should adjust your measurements of this pocket 1/8 of an inch smaller in width. So you stay away from that binding side about 1/8 of an inch. So you would have something like this when you place it. So just keep that in mind, please, because I don't want you to make something and then your pages don't lay flat or don't fold over properly, because the measurements aren't right. So line it up. And just when you place your pocket, make sure that you line it up with the right side and the bottom, and then you would be staying away from that left side a little bit. And that's it for the front of this piece, of this page. So we can turn it over again to the other side. We have piece I facing up, and here we are going to place piece K. This is going to be the closure for the envelope style pocket. So we have one score line. We are going to fold on that towards the bumpy side. And I'm going to taper this 1/2 inch because we are going over the whole length of the page. And we want to hide the construction. And just line it up on the left side. So we don't have to worry about our binding side here because it will be on this side now. Just going to stick that down. So that's our flap. I've used a swing tab as a closure. You could also make a small belly band on top of here, and where you can place a photo mat in to keep it closed. Or you can also, of course, use something like a magnet or envelope closure. There are all sorts of opportunities to play around with it. And then the next piece is going to be piece L. This is going to be in the binding page. So if you use your double-sided tape, please place it on the bumpy side for this piece. We are going to fold towards that bumpy side, and again we have to taper our 1/2 inch so it can go in there. Just make sure it fits. So I'm placing it in that pocket, and that fits. So when you place it, make sure you're still able to see your score line, so you have a nice fold on top of your page. So we are going to place the glue or your tape on the inside of the 1/2 inch flap. One side only, because you want to keep the opening for your binding. And I'm just shoving it in there, making sure I'm still able to see that score line. And then push it down, and I'm a little bit off. Yeah, that's it. So that can fold over. So that's that 1/2 page. And on top of the piece L, we are going to place our 2 angled pockets. I'm just placing this on the side for a little bit. And get our M pieces in. We have 2 pieces M. They have the same size for cutting, and we score both pieces on 3 sides to make a pocket. Then we are going to place them with the dented side facing up, and we are going to draw the lines for our angle. So for that, you have to make sure that they come together. So we are going to make on piece 1, we are going to make a pencil mark on the left side of the piece. And for the other piece, we are going to do that on the right side of the piece. So make sure that you do that. I'm going to measure on my score line, on my right score line, from the bottom cut edge, 2 inches up on that score line. So that would be right there. And on the top, I'm going to measure from the cut edge on the top 1 1/4 in. So that would be right here. And then we are going to connect those 2 pencil marks. So we are going to draw that line, and we are going to cut out that piece. So we are going to do the same thing here, but here we are going to make that measurement on the left side. So let's see that I'm doing that the right way. 2 inches on my left score line, 2 inches from the bottom cut edge up. So that's right there. And on the top, here I'm going to do that on the right side. 1 1/4 inwards from the left, inwards on my top cut edge. And I'm going to connect those 2 pencil marks. and I'm going to cut away this whole piece. If you use double-sided tape, place your tape at this stage. So you could draw this line a little bit further if you like, and place tape just over that line, because don't go all the way to the top, because that you will be throwing away that whole piece of tape, and it's too expensive for that. So just go over that line and place tape on your 3.5 inches, 3 sides, on the dented side. Then after you've done that, you are going to cut on your pencil line. You can use a paper trimmer for this, or a craft knife, whatever it is that you prefer. You do that on both pieces. And we are going to minor our corners where the score lines meet, because it's going to be a pocket. And then we are going to fold on the score lines towards the bumpy side. Make sure to burnish your folds. Check if you don't have any overlapping, and I have just a little bit here. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to place this next to each other. Make sure that you are lining up here in the middle. And now also I would like to give it a dry fit on my piece, because it's possible that with your folding and your scoring and everything that it doesn't line up exactly on this piece. You should be able to go from edge to edge, and then they should be meeting in the middle. But it happened to me before that it didn't meet up exactly, and then I prefer to make them meet up right here and have a little bit of spacing on the top and the bottom if it's necessary. But for now it looks like I am doing just fine. So I can just place them like that, and again we are on the binding side here, so it's better to stay away about 1/8 of an inch from that edge. And for your pockets, for these pockets you don't have to make any adjustment in the measurements for staying away from that edge. That's just for the pocket on the front, the first pocket. And I will show you in the album that I've made that for me it's not a problem that I went from edge to edge. But just keep that in mind, please. So again here, with placing it, well, I'm using wet glue so I have a little bit of wiggle time. I'm just going to line it up here in the middle and then work outwards. And that's the angled pocket. And page towel number 2 went pretty quick. So I prefer to close this first and then place this one on top. If you want, you can also do it like that. And you just, you are able to see if I have something lying around that I can use. Well, this is too small, but you could place something in the pocket and that will keep your closure in place as well. Well, this is too small and not heavy enough, but you get the idea. So a lot of options to play around with it. I did it like this in the album. So let me show you that. Look right here, I have that extra ½ inch and I've placed my pockets all the way to the edge of the binding side, and that's not a problem. My page will just flip over and lay flat. It's right here, this is the page that we just made. It's going all the way to the edge and there's no problem because I have that extra spacing using this hinge. And yeah, so just keep it in mind. Here I did place it a little bit away, but it wasn't necessary actually. Just keep it in mind, if you use a regular binding system that goes all the way to your cover, that you have that spacing away from your binding system. So I just wanted to show you that. So that's page style number 2. And I will be back with one final video for the construction of the inside covers. So for now, thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe to my channel, give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see you in the next one.